Scotty White, World Combat Sports. I'm at the MGM Grand on Fight Week. I have the one and only, the man behind the scenes that not too many people know, but they getting your name out there. Introduce yourself, sir.
My name is Joey Scott. I'm the strength and conditioning coach for Deontay Wilder, the heavyweight champion of the world.
and with that heavyweight champion of the world, man, you have the opportunity to train him.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Give them a little backstory as to who you are, man. What your credentials like?
Well, my credentials is I'm a 3-time Olympic coach for track and field. I'm also 11-time World Championship coach, 5-time Commonwealth Games coach for track and field. I come from the track and field side, but I do a lot of speed and agility work for NFL, NBA, boxing, as you can see. And I mean that's basically it, man. You know, anytime anybody needs speed, they come see me.
How did you link up with the champ?
Oh man, about over 11 years ago, close to 12 years ago, man, I was still running professionally track and field. Okay. Me too, I ran professional.
What was your events? Because I was a track and field. Oh, you was 110 hurdles? I was too, man.
I was 110 and 400 meter hurdles.
All right. Yeah, what's your 400 time was like?
Oh man, 48.77, 400 hurdles.
Okay, 400 hurdles. Yeah, not to be confused with 330s. Gotcha.
Yeah, well, my man. But most definitely, man, I linked up with him because we both fought on the same Golden Glove card. I walked into the gym. He was only 6 months into fighting, into boxing. And I asked him one simple question, man. I said, man, what are you trying to do with this? At that time, I was already seeing the world with track and field. I was already traveling. I go into the boxing gym to do some training with JDs, and it's this tall, skinny guy in the ring or whatever, working hard. And every time I seen him, he worked hard. So I finally asked him, man, what do you want to do with this? You know, what are you really trying to do with this boxing stuff? And he told me he's trying to take care of his little daughter that was born with spina bifida. Wow. And I said, now, what do you really want to do with this? Like, what are you trying to accomplish with it, though? I understand that. Yeah. And he said, become one day the heavyweight champion of the world. Wow. So he spoke it into existence, you know, and that's, from then on, me and him was like this. You know, we was best friends, man. He was in my wedding. And, I mean, it took off, man. It used to be just me and him in the locker room. Just me and him and JD's in the locker room, man.
Many times I wondered about that. Right. You know, I've heard from other people. I said, man, when I get the opportunity, I want to speak to them. Because every time you're in training camp, man, you're busy, of course. Right. You know, but that is an amazing dynamic on how that worked out for you, man. Yeah, and then having a background in track and field to bleed over the boxing, man. Has any other names reached out to you, being that you do have the opportunity to work with the champ?
Man, you know what? Some boxers have reached out to me. No big names, you know, because they know that I've been solely committed to Deontay. Correct. But it's been a lot of boxers reach out to me along the aspects of the agility, the speed work, and the strength work. I mean, because you already know, man, when speed kills, you know. Right. And one of the things I train Deontay is if he is a track runner, because once you start understanding the way the body works, the fast twitch muscles, getting them conditioned the proper way, the lateral movement, making sure you're efficient with that, then anything's possible. You control the fight don't control you. And Deontay has started understanding the way his body works. And I mean, speed kills, man. You know, that's why he's always fit, man. Very
sound assessment, and you're right. The champ is always fit. And you know, for him to have the power that he possessed, but yet and still, he has fought some of his opponents under 210. Oh man! When they was out, when they was weighing about 245, 250. Right. So conditioning come into play with that, being able to handle that weight disparity.
Well, a lot of people don't understand, right? Power to weight ratio, and what that is this. You see NASCAR. You can take a NASCAR frame and flip the frame of a NASCAR over with one arm. But what's on the inside is that engine, that powerful engine. And that's something that Deontay has, the power to weight ratio. He's a small frame, but his engine is so explosive, so powerful, that he's able to be agile, he's able to be mobile, he's able to be hostile, because he knows that he's in tune with his power to weight ratio. So it's not about how big you are, it's about how you distribute that energy throughout the fight. You understand?
Superb analytics, man.
Man, so that's one of the things that he understands. That's one of the things that I preach. That's one of the things that I teach. I'm not a big guy, but I was really, really explosive. I was really, really powerful when I was competing. Power to weight ratio. You want to be light on your feet, but you want to be powerful when you land.
Yes.
You understand? So that's one of the things that we work on a lot.
So what have you found, you know, in your experience, man, and the ride has been?
Right.
He's going in there for his 10th defense, man.
Right, most definitely.
Do you feel inside your energy level rises too as he step in there and get used to contend again, being that you could actually train him and condition him?
Man, let me tell you something, right? Let's go back to the 7th round and then last Luis Ortiz. I I was so confident that he would pull out of that because of his fitness.
Okay.
Mind you, he had the flu. He had the full-blown flu. It wasn't he was getting a head cold. And, no, he had the full-blown flu. Hadn't ate in 2 weeks. You know, appetite was gone. He was weak. But I was so confident in his fitness that I knew that he would pull out of it all because of his fitness. You understand? And his will. Now, you can't count out his will and his drive and his commitment to himself and his heart. You understand? So one of the things that I am confident with. So it's an emotional roller coaster.
Yes.
Because boxing is an emotional roller coaster. But it's one of those things where I was still confident that he'll pull through that. You understand? Because of his fitness. And that's, you know, that's how we play it, man, every time.
And that's a powerful assessment you just made because, you know, Deontay said he was buzzed. But one thing we can say, and you can attest to, that he never hit his knees.
Right, he never
was dropped to his knees. He took everything that Luis Ortiz had to handle that night still walked back to his corner directly.
Most definitely. If you go back and look at it, when Deontay's walking back to his corner, you'll see his mouth moving.
Yeah.
And his mouth, I already know what he's saying. And he's saying, you got to do more than that. You're going to have to do more than that to drop me. You got to do more than that because of his will, you know? So that's one of the things that Deontay prided himself on, man. He made his daughter a promise, and he's going to keep that promise by any means necessary. And how do you stop a man that really believes in his heart and in his soul that he's destined to be great, that he's destined to be undefeated, that he's destined to be a champion? That's hard to beat. You understand? When I was competing, it was hard to beat me because I knew that God put me on this earth to be great. And it's hard. If you was going to beat me, you was going to be #1 in the world beating me.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? And that's how Deontay takes each fight, you know. Thank you so much. Thank you, Shelly. Thank you. But that's one of the things that Deontay prided himself on. You know, if you're going to beat him, you got to be the best in the world to do it.
Hey man, powerful interview. I truly appreciate it. I've been wanting to find out that information, man. And you articulated it so well for me. Any final words, man, before he step in there this Saturday, man?
Oh man, it's gonna be a great fight. You know, we got a lot of respect for Ortiz. In case you guys didn't know, some of you guys don't know who's training his speed and conditioning. That's like my big bro, Larry Wade. You know, he's also an Olympic coach. We come from the track background. He's been knowing me since I was in middle school. So more power to him. I know he's going to do great. I know he did great with Ortiz. I did great with Deontay. And we're making history, you know. And be on the lookout for this fight, man, because we will hear them words. And still. Those are the words that's in our head right now. And still. WBC heavyweight champion of the world. Deontay Browns Bomber Wilder.
Team Bomb Squad. There it is.
Baby.
Appreciate it. Salute to you.